another bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in and I can show you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bring in all the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the cast. Hurry up, don't come in last. You know we love it the sacred thing.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I am one of 3 hosts, Christian Cortez, joined always by...
I am Michael Zapsik, and I am also joined, as always, by the lovely and talented...
Julia Zapsik.
How about you talk, woman? Talk, woman!
I was trying to talk. I was making sure that everything was working on this end.
just making sure we're all good.
There we go.
What's up, everybody?
Hello,
How y'all
hello.
doing? Did you notice I channeled my inner Charles for that intro a little bit?
Inner Charles?
Charles Rivera. I was like, greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Secret Stash show. It's going to be great.
Charlie's more exuberant.
Oh, yeah, no. He's got me beat in that department. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
I've missed you guys.
I
know we had
to take a little time off to get some stuff done. And
but to give a brief recap, we took last week because you guys wanted to give our boss man a little bit more attention for what he was doing.
Oh, like he wouldn't have taken it. I mean, like he didn't
need our help, but
he didn't need our help. That's for damn sure.
Actually, I don't know if you were able to tune in. I mean,
I did.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was hard to take your eyes off of it. I mean, it was fun, even if you weren't bidding. Just to listen to some of the history and to watch the numbers rack up was pretty cool. Although someone that we know did bid and
somebody did bid
and won.
You bid and won?
I got 2 pieces.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you win?
I bought 2 Green Arrow pages.
Yes.
There were 2 Green Arrow pages that actually Jules was pissed at me for bidding on the first one, and then she read it and she's like, all right, I love that one. It was the one where Dinah's in bed after having had sex with the Green Arrow with Ollie, and outside she's sitting there like, and she's hearing Carter Hawkman Hall and Green Oliver Arrow.
Okay.
So I went.
I see what you did there.
There you go. They're arguing about her out in the hallway. And she's at first,
I came in and all I heard was, Dinah in bed naked, like everybody bid, and he's like bid, and I'm like, oh come on.
And you walk in,
are we 5 years old now? It's like the first naked.
You heard the most
comes
superficial
up.
part of it.
Of course she did.
And so then he's like, we won. I'm like, we won. Fucking, you won. So then I looked at the picture and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, she looks like she's going to jump out of there and murder them. And this is so typical of 2 assholes, asshole humans talking about another human as if they were just a commodity, not even there. And I was like, okay, I kind of get I kind of get what was being trying to be done here, and I respect it. So I like that.
Yeah.
So I like that. Then the other one was, and I'll let Michael describe it, but it was so funny because he's like, I'm bidding on this one. And I'm like, all right. And I looked at him and I'm like, so did you bid on it because it's sentimental? You think it's going to have value?
Oh,
he's
it was
like,
just cool.
He's like, I don't know. He goes, it's just cool. It has characters I like. Next morning, James Gunn made an announcement. All of a sudden it was like, we're rich, bitch.
It's not like that, but it had Mr. Terrific in it.
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific and Courtney Whitmore, Stargirl, and
okay.
And Sand was in there. Sanderson Hawkins, Sandy, boom, and you've got Dinah goes out and she starts screaming at these 2 fucking knuckleheads, and she uses and she's like, "You pieces of crap!" And Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific, his T-spheres go and obscure her naughty bits, and it's really cool. I'm like, I like it because it's.
Comics have always had that clever censorship. I love that kind of stuff. So I'm glad that you were able to bid on on those 2 pieces. Now they have a lovely home in the Zapsik household. I love that.
They absolutely will. Yeah, and it's funny because I was coming up the stairs the next morning and Michael's like, "Hey, guess what? James Gunn just announced he's considering which probably means it'll happen. Mr. Terrific, to come into the universe. And I'm just like, yeah, baby.
So you were just like,
So-
so this was just a business investment.
No,
No,
I
he
heard
loved
nothing.
it.
I
He
heard
loved
nothing
it. He
in
was
advance.
channeling
No,
it. He was
no, no.
channeling it.
No, I
it
swear to God, I don't.
wasn't then. Now it is.
Christopher Hewitt, you want an update? Yes, because this is the first time that we've had the
Yeah,
pleasure
so it goes
of
out
Mr.
tomorrow,
Cortez's
Christopher.
presence in the stash
Yeah, I've been
for several weeks. So
yeah,
it is signed and it will be sealed and delivered tomorrow.
and it's yours.
Mhm.
I had see.
I like Mia Grace's "What's Good, Mofo."
That's my sister.
That's your sister.
That's my sister.
I'm assuming that's
Yeah.
you're the mofo.
Yeah, that's
I
probably
can-
me.
Yeah, okay.
That's. I love you, Mia. I miss you. She's out in California with mom for the week, but she'll be back.
Nice.
But
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
I had to tune out of that auction though because I started seeing numbers where
You
I was
started
just
to
like,
cry.
yeah,
Oh,
pretty
yeah, some
much.
of those
You were like
numbers
the
were-
Indian?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the Native
Everybody
American.
hurts.
I was
Like I was just like my wallet was screaming. It was like, oh God, I need to leave now. And then I did see a post like one of the Daredevil pieces went for an absurd amount of money.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, it was worth every penny, but
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
way more than most of us could, see. Well, let's put it this way: it was way more than most of us earn in a year, including
Oh my God.
pennies.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I,
so-
you know what? Honest to God, there were some pieces, and I didn't spend a ton of money.
I felt like I was
No.
spending money just looking at it, so I had to leave.
No,
Yeah.
honest to
Like-
God, I was just enjoying the show. But
Oh yeah,
there were a couple of things in there that, and I mean, it wasn't like I spent $50,000. It
No,
was,
no, no,
you
no.
know,
Actually,
I
the pieces that we picked up
Very
were
modest.
incredibly reasonable.
Yeah.
So I was, I saw something for 75K. Yeah, right. I know. That's right.
and
Hey, even-
Angelique,
Even
your
the
stuff went out today, girl.
there were a couple of pieces
Ooh,
there
yeah.
that you thought hit you thought hit, okay, it's over, and then all of a sudden someone would come in at the last minute and like bump it up by a couple $100. You're like, oh damn, it's still going.
I mean, I'm telling you,
And it
I
was going up.
love
Yeah, it was-
listening
it
to
was
Joe.
fun. It was
Hey,
fun.
Oh, yeah.
He did a great
Fair
job.
warning,
He did a great
last
job.
call.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You came all this way. Don't let this out of
See,
your sight.
I almost asked him to do that on air, and I was like, I was kind of glad I didn't, but then I was a little disappointed in myself that I didn't ask because I was just like, I've never seen someone actually do that in
It's
person.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
What do we hear for this? What do we got? 75, 75, 75.
But it
Don't
looked,
let it slip through your fingers, folks.
David Schiffler.
I
Yeah,
didn't tune in
know.
for the auction. I know my limits. Yeah,
Good man,
buddy.
David. You're a good man.
Are you
I'm
stuck in this voice mode? How do
Yes.
I think he is.
I am
Hold on, reset.
evil. Yes, there you go.
There you
Just
go.
We need to reset.
like the crusty, the talking crusty.
So that was a lot of fun.
Somebody
That was-
set this
that was a
thing
lot
to
of fun.
evil.
That was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. And then we just had a couple of weeks where just like, between
Slammed. Oh my God, we got so
filming
many
and stuff
things.
like that and everything else going on.
And you
know.
had shit going on.
You
Yeah.
had some shit
I
going
had
on.
shit going
well, that's
on.
his filming.
And
yes,
she
yes.
had shit going
So
on.
it just,
Yeah.
it just is what it is, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I got to put on my little producer's cap again and work on another film set.
know.
I was very excited about
You
that.
can't talk about it though yet.
I know this one
Oh,
I
you
can
can?
talk a little
Okay.
bit more about. This was more of a casual, just kind of like, hey, let's go make something fun. My buddy Tim, shout out to my buddy Tim Preston, wrote a really funny little fantasy comedy D&D inspired short film.
Really?
And when he wrote it, I was like, oh, this is great. But then we had a meeting about it and we realized we had all the necessary props already. We didn't have to buy anything.
Oh, that's good.
So we had everything ready to go and pretty much most of it cast. And so we actually, it was basically a little mini Just Desserts reunion. Like we had a lot of the same people on the crew, just much
okay.
smaller,
yeah.
but it was so much fun. Being on a film set is my happy place. I love doing everything that I do, but man, I am in my element. Like just having fun, making pretend with my friends and just having a good
That's
time
cool.
doing it.
That's
so
cool.
That will be out probably in like a month or two. So,
Okay.
so we'll
This
see.
your second happy place?
Yeah, well, come on. Of course.
This is
How
Damn
can
straight.
the stash not be like one of my happy places?
Well,
I
speaking of
still become a child when I look at this stuff.
speaking of Just Desserts, Michael, I was telling Christian right before we went on that we're sad that we are gonna. So Christian is one of our favorite filmmakers. In one of his films is going to be shown at the Smodcast Film Festival, which for those of you who haven't heard, is coming up October the 12th through the 15th.
Next week.
At Smart Castle Cinemas. So you can go online and you can check out all the films on offer and book your tickets for whatever slot you want. We were going to go Friday night because actually Christian has one and our good friend Chris Aballo has a film that's being featured that evening as well. But we can't be in two places at once. And Michael got a call from,
got some
I'm
stuffs.
going to let you pronounce his last name because I don't want to offend him. He's such a great guy. But one of the show producers for Comic
Jamie.
Book Men.
My man, Jamie
Season
Iriklanos.
3, and invited Michael and to go up and help them celebrate a project that Jeff Johns is launching at New York Comic Con. So the stash will be on site and
we are going to go.
Represented.
Yes, it's Jamie Iriklanos.
Yes, it's a beautiful name that we can't pronounce.
Jamie,
correctly.
yes, he's very Greek.
Yes,
all I know is that he and I bonded over Firestorm. He was a producer on Comic Book Men for I think it was season 3.
And so you're going up on Thursday.
I'm going up on Thursday.
I'll
and
be going up with him on Friday.
Going up with me on Friday. We're gonna help out because they need people who are vocal about the comic book industry. And it's Jamie works for Mad Ghost Productions.
Okay.
And Jeff Johns. So I'm gonna be up there
speaking your mind.
Yeah, and we're gonna be like yip, and they need cheerleaders, and
and they need people to help get the word out.
Oh hell yeah!
And
we're the biggest cheerleaders for comic books.
So is this essentially a fuck the suits meeting with famous people?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, actually, it is because it's a creator-owned property.
Yeah.
And it's okay. We can't talk. We have to wait until they debut it. We can't scoop it. We
don't say nothing.
It's big news.
It's Jeff Johns.
We'll be posting about it. So
that's
you'll
incredible. If there was ever an excuse to miss my little premiere, that's it. It's okay.
Everyone knows that I'm a huge Jeff Johns fan. I was a big fan when he was the chief creative officer up at DC. I was hoping that he was going to become their Jim Shooter, and he was going to be like the guy who was making sure,
Was he recently ousted?
I think he left. I don't think he was ousted.
With all the Warner
Brothers stuff, they're like, and I think
he might have gotten, understandably hot about something.
Yeah,
and they could have had a disagreement.
I don't blame you.
Green Lantern didn't turn out to. They interfered with his vision for Green Lantern, the movie.
Really?
Yeah. If they had done what Jeff Johns wanted them to do, it would have been one hell of a movie because Jeff Johns he learned at the knee of Richard Donner. When did
Green Lantern come out?
2014? Something? Hold on. I might be wrong. I think it was like 2000.
Because I'm not going to front. This is the first time since the movie
that
I've thought about it, and that I've heard anything even resembling remote positivity about it. It's the idea that they're in another universe. Was a Jeffrey Johns focused version.
That would have been great
of that movie.
It was 2011. So 2011.
That's crazy.
So yeah, and then they did the New 52 and a whole bunch of shit went down. Then they did Rebirth. And it was like DC didn't have an identity. And New 52, everything was wiped clean. It was all supposed to start right off, except for Batman, and except for Green Lantern, and except for this guy over here, and except for that dude over there. And
well, making exceptions makes it dirty.
Exactly. So you can't really do that. But it was Scott Snyder and Jeff Johns. And they put a shit ton of time into revamping these
storylines.
Properties. Because the Green Lantern isn't just Hal Jordan or Kyle Rayner or John Stewart. Yeah. It's the entire core. It's like
it's a little enterprise.
True. Yeah, it's a mythology, and Batman is another thing that New 52. They're like, well, being a Robin is sort of a crash course in being a superhero. It's you become Batman's protege for like 2 or 3 years, and then you go out and you do your own thing.
Yeah, but at the same time,
is weird.
Like, it is super weird. Like if you're going to commit to rebooting your entire line of comics, but you leave out just a few titles because it's like, oh, those are the big ones. It's like, well, then you're leaving the door open for anyone to come in and like either continue old lines which is cool. But like it's so confusing. Like I remember when I first heard about that, like even as someone who's not regularly a comic book reader, back in the day and being like, oh, that's cool. Like, that's a total reset. Like, I could start from somewhere.
What I would have done, and shit, just this is what I told DC.
This is the listen to Zapsik portion of the show.
You're a fucking suit, and you should listen to me. They should have taken all those different books and made them into different Earths. Like Superman had 4 different titles. Okay. You have Superman, Superman Action Comics, Superman in Superman Comics. Obviously.
Is this the era of All-Star Superman too?
There was All-Star Superman, yeah. I mean, he was maybe a little bit after.
Okay.
But you can still do something like an All-Star Superman because they had an All-Star Batman. And have everyone be on a different Earth. It was supposed to be like 52 Earths in your multiverse. Mm-hmm. Your new 52, make each one a different freaking Earth.
And tell a different set of stories.
Do Batman Detective, have him be a fucking detective. It's in the goddamn title. Yes. Holy crap.
A completely noir Batman
comic. And do it where he's like back in the like 40s.
Oh, where you got like kind of like Gotham by Gaslight, maybe a little bit more modern.
Well, how about just taking like the animated series, take the technology you want, leave the rest, and like make it sort of steampunky.
I was just gonna say, make it a little steampunk.
I do like that about the original Batman. The original Batman the animated series, about how ambiguous the timeline is.
Of course,
because it's like, all right, there's a computer here and great tech here, but there's airships in Gotham.
Yeah, of course, they're using dirigibles.
Yeah,
who the fuck uses dirigibles?
I love that. I've always dug that.
That's cool, and you got this like this. I mean, Gotham is a steampunk thing.
The thing is, you have to remember that you have this Sherlock Holmes mind palace sort of mind that could have kept all that straight. Most ordinary humans, myself included, could never have kept 52 separate universes, separate storylines and interacting.
That's what whiteboards are for. You have a big whiteboard, and it's like, all right, here you go, and you could do that. It's theoretical that you can do.
By the way, just a little bit of a segue.
Oh, and speaking of lunatics,
worlds, so this is my growing pile of letters from an individual who I'm sure is just the nicest person that you'd ever want to meet, but continues to send me, who hates time travel pitches. So
we're not going to say names.
We're not. Oh no, of course not.
You lunatic. Let's hear about this one,
Jules. Yeah, it's secretly me.
It's secretly you.
It's been me the whole time.
You are such.
That would be awesome.
You are such an asshole.
It's been me the whole time. I'm Engelbert Humperdinck.
Oh, it's the same one. Okay, so it's the same one being sent over and over again. And I'm going to say the same thing that I said last time. I applaud your creativity. Keep creating stories, but please don't send them to me. You can send me other stuff as long as it's legal. Cash is nice. Flowers are good too. Donuts. I also love donuts.
Chocolate.
It has to be good chocolate. No, it has to be good chocolate.
No, I'm sorry, folks. Don't send food.
Don't send food, guys.
We don't trust you. I'm sorry. All it takes is one bad apple. No, don't send donuts. Seriously, because
but time travel pitches.
She's gonna get
two
doped.
Two things. I don't understand time travel. It makes my brain hurt.
There you go.
And yes, Joshua. Papa Ganache though isn't that vegan? No offense to any vegan lovers, but no, give me all the fat. No. I want all the dairy. I want all the butter. I want all the sugar.
I want to feel guilty after eating this.
I want all the flour. I want it all. I want it deep fried. That's the way it's got to be. Anyway, and the second thing is that you can't. Well, you can send the stash pitches all day long, but we can't read them and we can't pass them along.
We have to destroy them.
And this is why. It's not because we're actually
we don't hate the creative ventures.
It's not just because we're dicks. It's also because if we pass anything along,
well, I'm a dick, but
someone makes it right, or someone makes something that even seems like it, then it makes everybody in our crew liable to be sued for stealing someone else's
Not gonna
intellectual
happen,
property.
folks.
Like just
So-
because you sent that, there goes all my Power Glove ideas out the window. Like I can't do it now.
He could never do it, or he could steal it and make himself liable to be sued.
And Mike knows
So-
I'm too nice. I could never. I'd probably cry about it.
You
I'd be
would.
like,
You
you
would.
stole.
You
Yeah.
would totally cry.
Yeah,
You would totally,
I'd totally cry. I'd pull a Kevin. It's okay.
Yeah, you ate half of my sandwich that I gave you, and I thought you were going to burst into tears, and I offered it to you.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
can you pull up Dante Hicks's?
Yep.
This text, this comment is wrong. It's fundamentally wrong on so many levels.
They make the best vegan chicken fingers, and they're not chicken fingers.
Yeah, they're not chicken fingers.
Processed soy product.
No,
In a
no one
in a
makes the.
chicken
You know what makes the
finger
best
shape.
chicken fingers? Cane's and I know Cane's and
And you know
Chick-fil-A.
what? And you know what? And you know, full disclosure, I love. I mean, and our family, everyone in our family cooks. Michael cooks. He set the pace. I picked up the ball, started to run with it. I'm a pretty good cook myself, and both of our boys are great cooks. And my older son, in fact, is a baker. He loves to bake, and he's fantastic. And my younger son loves to. He's into organic farming. He's got his own compost pile. He's got his own room where he grows micro herbs and greens and things. And now he wants to do kombucha. So we were talking today. He's going to start kombucha, and he wants to do some kimchi. We try to incorporate a lot less meat and dairy and refined sugar in our diet, and a lot more fresh fruits, vegetables, and things like that, and eat clean. And we're not against vegan or vegetarian at all.
Only real
100%.
eats in the.
No.
in the-
However,
That is absolutely not
if I'm
true.
going to eat a donut, I want it to be a real fucking donut. And if I'm going to eat a chicken finger, it's got to have chicken in it. Okay. Otherwise, just make me a really kick-ass vegan meal.
I'm actually going to yell at you for that and tell you that never speak for me on the vegan thing ever, because oh my God, I take umbrage at vegans who try to tell me how to live my fucking life. So, and I have since I was in the restaurant business. That shit never goes away. That's a
seems like
stain
we've
on my
touched-
soul.
We've touched
Breaking
that-
news,
touched
folks.
that
Oh,
sore tooth
it should
thing, yeah.
never have been. It's
So hold on. You mean that someone tried to lecture you about?
constantly.
Because I'm talking about just generally like the taste and the mouthfeel of the food, and you went right to the politics of the situation. So I wasn't even
people
talking about
forcing
politics.
you on
Yeah.
it.
No,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that's the thing that boggles, because otherwise I would have been like, I cook with vegetables. I have cooked vegetables, but it's the arrogance of people coming up and being like, you're destroying the world by eating that steak. It's like,
Did you really have? Because see, I have seen
You haven't.
people complain about that, but I've never had anyone lecture me. Although when I did go to the vegan food festival down in Atlantic City a few years ago, and the vegans were talking to each other about politics, and there was some politics being done, but no one's ever come at me.
I think the problem only lies when it's like,
Castle Grayskull up.
oh my God.
easy there,
I
squirrel
leave
lady.
to go count DVDs
Oh my
for 15
God.
minutes, and Castle Grayskull
That's
goes
been
up.
up for like
Yeah.
a month and a half.
I'm so sorry, Jules. That just caught me
Oh,
so
dear
off guard.
Lord.
I was prepared to make a whole excellent rebuttal and talk about it. Now I'm just like, oh yeah, that is Castle Grayskull.
Yeah, it's
But
great,
that has
too.
been over there for a little while. I've noticed that. I remember that from last time I was here.
And when I was in the restaurant industry,
Yes, Dante, and
People
I have
would
to
always-
put up with him for the rest of the night, like reliving his post-traumatic stress thing here.
oh, it's horrible. Thanks, Dante Hicks. My God.
I will say though, I agree with you on how that first statement did not make any sense.
No.
Best vegan spots in Brooklyn,
Yeah, no.
that
Well,
alone.
number one, yeah.
That alone is just like, well,
'Cause-
no,
because most guys,
absolutely not.
most people from Brooklyn will,
Laugh you out.
yeah. First off, they'll eat your corpse. So
Okay, they'll laugh at you and then eat your corpse after
Yeah.
they do it. All right,
and
good to know.
That's one. And
I am
then
not
two,
stepping foot in Brooklyn.
vegan chicken fingers. No, the most egregious thing I've ever seen. I saw a vegan McRib.
How?
I have no
How?
idea.
It's probably even more processed and even more just
Oh my
more
God.
awful for you.
I'm sure it's just pure plastic.
Oh my God.
That's all it is. It's like,
Landfill, the vegan slayer.
yes, oh my God, there you are. Uh-huh.
Kyle, you win. That's the comment of the day. Oh, that's so good. Oh man. I love that way too much.
Yes, landfill, awesome.
He has a vegan detector somehow. Like he just knows.
Well, you can smell them.
Oh god,
they just smell like curry.
He
And
smells
patchouli. He smells of patchouli.
Oh my!
Oh my god!
Wow, we really did go on a.
We did.
On a segue there, but yes.
No, hey, it's
donuts,
understandable.
just no time travel.
No,
stuff,
and
okay?
don't send her donuts because I swear to God, sweetheart, if they send you donuts and it's got like it's been laced with something, you don't want that. And besides, I saw Ming got somebody sent like to the stash like a 5-pound bag of homemade beef jerky. Ming ate it. Yeah, there you go.
What?
Yeah.
Why
you don't know where
would
it came from. You don't know where it comes from. Dude, this... I mean,
we don't know where a lot of our food comes from.
Well,
just because they put it in a pretty package and
that's not true.
And charge you 5 times what it's
I don't
actually
buy
worth,
a whole lot of processed food.
It's one thing for Mike to give me his like amazing barbecue sauce because I know it came from Mike. I know he's not trying to poison me.
I'm not
yet.
Yeah,
but Ming, for him to just fully delve into someone else's homemade recipe that he don't know,
and it just said jerky on it. It's like, who?
What kind? Like,
yeah, it's
like, how do you know
the flesh of my enemy or something?
Yeah,
like that?
like how do you not know?
Like, there's one piece
like
with
Cartman from South Park situation.
There's one piece with like a metalwork bracelet around it. It's like the fuck. I think this jerky used to be diabetic. Oh, dude, don't.
No, that's awful. That's
okay.
awful.
So going from
Wow.
cannibalism to Kevin Smith is selling his house that he bought from Ben Affleck.
Yes.
Yeah, to me.
Hollywood.
Did you guys not know I'm buying it?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So your bathroom is going to be. I'm looking at the pictures online. I'm like, damn, his bathroom is bigger than my whole fucking house.
Yeah,
that's
it's
like,
pretty much bigger
that's
than.
like,
yeah,
that's
wow.
like amazing. So you're buying a house.
Yeah.
So when are you having your housewarming party? We can come over and trash it.
Well, I mean, the second I step through the door.
The second you step through the door. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to keep us on speed dial for that, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay,
That's
good. That's good.
Hey, Mike, you got a couple $1,000,000 laying around?
Be more than a couple million.
I
I think it's going for
Attaboy.
6 million.
Hmm.
Yeah.
5.99. I think you can talk him down to
$5.99
$5.94.
million. But it is beautiful.
Here's your money.
Sorry, I was thinking about Ming. And I have no idea. He was probably out for like 3 days.
It was the
that.
Jerky Boys on a stick.
Oh my god.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, Joshua Mundell wants to know, which would you attend, a Cronenberg double feature with Videodrome and Naked Lunch, or a Lynch double feature with Eraserhead and Firewalk with me?
Ooh, I would do the Lynch.
Yeah.
Cronenberg, I would. If you're doing Cronenberg, you need to do the Fly.
Yeah.
Fly's got to be in there. And didn't Cronenberg also do? No, actually, Lynch did Elephant Man, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes, and Lynch did that for Brooks Films.
That's
which
right.
is Mel Brooks. He worked for Mel Brooks, which is pretty badass.
Yeah, once you have that kind of in your resume, you just kind of win.
What,
You
Mel
know?
Brooks?
Yeah.
Well, at Life.
Yeah, you win at life.
Yes, this is true.
That's so dope.
Produced. Does it
No,
say
it's me.
producing?
So getting back to New York Comic Con, if there is any particular person, artist, writer, I won't even
Excellent.
pretend like we're gonna try to elbow our way in to see any of the celebrities. But if you have like a real comic book artist or writer that you want us to stop by and say hello to, maybe grab a picture with, if it's okay with them, let us know. Because we'll show some of them when we come back.
Why you're again talking for me? Holy cow! I'm not
You don't
going
wanna
down
do
to
that?
Artist Alley. Oh my god!
We
No,
have a
we
couple
won't.
of friends
I'm
in
kidding.
Artist Alley.
Yeah,
Of course we're going to go down. David Crownson's going to be there.
Happy birthday, David! That was his birthday. Was
Happy
yesterday.
birthday! Happy belated birthday, David! With Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer appearing on, what is it? Is it Disney? I think it's Disney Plus. It's going to
Yeah, but they just got picked up by oh my god, Scout Comics. I think it was.
Ooh.
Actually, you want to grab that?
No, it's
Ahoy?
not Scout Comics. It's Massive.
Massive. There
Massive
you go.
Comics.
Massive. Good for you, David. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Congratulations,
I'm so
boss.
And our
Yeah.
friend Chris Campana will be
Chris
there.
Campana's gonna
who
be there,
Just
who's-
got picked up as like one of the Marvel preferred artists, and he's doing a
Yeah,
bunch
he's on-
of like,
glad. He's doing
fantastic-
Spider Boy.
Fantastic
what do you
Works.
got?
He'll be there. So we're going to be at Artist Alley talking to artists.
Yeah, I like that too.
What? What did he say?
And weird. It's cute when Mike pretends he's in charge.
Yeah. I can't deny it, buddy.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
that
so
was
true.
good. I'm like, yeah, Julian.
I'm
doesn't
texting my
speak
sister
real.
last night, and so this dude's got to be out for a couple of days for a little procedure. It's nothing big, but it's been.
I'm gonna
him.
die, folks. So,
It's been bugging
yeah.
him. So I'm like,
I only have like 3 months to live.
I
or
say
3
to
weeks,
him,
actually.
I'm like, Michael,
I miss you,
this
buddy.
has been bugging you. It's still bugging you. You got to go.
That's true.
And you got to go for some more testing. We got to figure out what's going on and get it taken care of. And he's fighting me. So one day I just look at him. I'm like, love, this is going to go down one of two ways. You're going to keep fighting me, and it's going to get really unpleasant, and I'm going to win.
She
Or you can just give up now, do what I
which
tell you
do.
to do,
I did.
and you'll feel better.
What
and
I
it'll
tell
be
the
less,
doctor?
less unpleasant, and I'll win.
What
But
did I
either
tell
way,
the
I win,
She wins.
right?
She always
Yeah,
wins.
I win.
I'm. Are you kidding me?
That's why he's going to
No.
be around till he's 150 years old, everybody.
I'm going to kill myself.
Gonna-
I was like, if anyone ever lets me live that long, at that point, just fucking put me in a rocket and
But
shoot
he's going to
me.
be healthy. He's going to be a healthy 150-year-old.
It's going to suck.
You're gonna be able to do backflips and
Christian,
shit.
I'll tell you what the procedure is afterwards. It's going to be awful.
What do you
Oh,
think? What do you
God.
think all the boys are like learning how to make all this great food for? They're gonna keep him alive forever.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
All them natural eats, man, you're gonna be around for
Absolutely.
a while. You're gonna see
Daniel,
all the
pouring
comic
that
book
kombucha
movies.
right down your throat. Get that gut bacteria
Oh, no
up
way.
to snuff.
Kombucha, that has alcohol in it. I can't do that.
A teeny tiny bit.
Ah.
You can't even taste it. Or
What was that?
No, I'm trying to see. As long as there's the Red Blank Cluck You vegan chicken is just not in the cards.
Very true,
That's-
David.
Oh man,
You know it, David.
A truer statement has not been said.
No, Cluck You's good.
Oh.
I prefer Chick-fil-A and...
thank you, Angelica. I
um,
could use some help.
True, but
Angelique.
like
Angelique.
Mhm.
I can't pronounce anybody's name. Don't hold it against
You
me.
love her name.
I
but
do
you
love
can't
her name. It's
pronounce it.
beautiful. It's like an angel, right?
There you go.
That's right.
Go up a
She
little bit
probably
because
has
there was
wings.
somebody.
let's see.
Isn't that uncomfortable? When you have to
Bagging,
tuck
Joshua
them in
wants me to bag and
Yeah.
board.
Mhm.
Can we get that option for bag and boarding reservist order? Can we get an option for the reservist orders? Pay that extra coinage for the extra labor of love. I think that's referring. Oh, earlier he was asking if you guys charged extra to board the comic books that you send.
I will. Yeah, because that gets expensive, Joshua. Josh.
It does. I mean, if you want to make a special request, that's fine. It's there'll be a slight upcharge, and your shipping will be a little bit more too because it's going to add a little bit of weight. But
Gonna add some weight.
But we are here to serve.
Yep.
And we'd be happy to do that for you. So
Send
you
a
can
message.
Yeah, you can send us a message at JSB.
No, you can do it. Actually,
Secret
give it
Stash
to
Reservist
you can do
at gmail.com.
or the Jay and Bob stuff.
No, don't give out that one.
All right. Okay.
No,
Then the hell with
that
you.
one. Yeah.
I've had so many post event Cluck You slammies after VA events.
Slammies. Ooh, I like that.
See, that's the benefit of Cluck You. Is like I can get to them at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A just tells me to go fuck myself
We
after
used to
10
be able to
o'clock.
go to White
does.
Castle at 1 o'clock in the morning too. That was
No.
the absolute.
But that
bomb.
was long ago.
It was long
And it was
ago,
also
far
you
away.
could go to the Inkwell and fuck you to them
Oh,
too.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know. Another fuck the suits thing. But great news. Great news. As soon as it happened, Christian's like, and in fact, this was one of the things where we had to call an audible at the last minute. And I thought Christian was going to come over and smack me. He's like, but the WGA settled. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
won. We have
Yeah.
to talk about this. I'm like, dude, I know. I'm so sorry. We just, it can't be helped. But congratulations to all the writers. And it's an amazing accomplishment. Like, I was a little bit, like I was trying to hold on to my enthusiasm when I first heard that the strike was settled, because sometimes strikes get
Sometimes
settled,
it goes the other way.
but then you see what they settled for, and you're like, "Aw, you
Yo,
know." But
writers,
this, I know,
we won out.
I know,
They
it
won
was
out.
so great. I mean,
They
everything.
they got improved pay,
Yeah.
better health benefits, protection against it. Literally everything that they fought for, they got. Which, by the way, like at the beginning of the strike, all the same executives who allowed this new deal were like, "This will never happen." Suits, eat a dick.
Yes, eat a big
Eat a
old
big
dump
old bag of
truck
dicks.
full of dicks. Yes, exactly. So that was great. And one of the nicest things too is that you see that it's had a reverb. It's reverberated. Is that correct? Is that the correct word?
Reverberate's a great word.
Yeah.
It's reverberated throughout the country.
Thank you, Julie. We haven't
all-
had a word of the day in a while.
reverberated. The auto workers are striking. SAG-AFTRA started to strike right after that.
Yes.
I'm not sure that a lot of
They're in the midst
our
of their
favorite directors
negotiations
weren't
as
very
well.
happy about
I'm hoping that they
but I hope we
get
hope
their
that
shit
they
together.
strike a good deal.
Hope so.
And what the gamers are now, the game creators.
Well, it's
I think
part of the
I think it's-
SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's
Part of
a subset of that.
SAG-AFTRA, but
Now
yeah.
Disney just announced like some of the animators are going to be striking.
And
I think
they're trying to not striking.
they're trying to unionize.
They're trying to unionize,
Okay.
and they got accepted.
And they got accepted.
Yeah.
So this is really kind of set. So, and I want to take a special pause here to give a shout out to family, actual like blood in the vein kind of family. So our niece, Erin Zapsik, is the queen. And
The queen, baby.
She's the queen, baby. And she's on strike, and she and her whole castle have been on strike. So apparently Medieval Times has some castles and some properties that are unionized and some that are not. And a couple of the properties that were unionized
Do you
you
have to go to the bathroom?
No, I just one of the comments just brought up a
they were
horrible
just
memory.
they were
Okay.
just it was terrible working conditions, terrible treatment of the animals, completely unfair working conditions, and so they went on strike. And basically what Medieval Times has done is they've brought in workers from the non-unionized castles, so now they're working them
Scabs.
double time and to put on shows because they don't want to concede to any of the improvements that the unionized workers are asking for. So
Ridiculous.
if any of you guys out there, I thought Medieval Times was great. It went many times. Not going to go unless they clean up their act and they do the right thing by their workers. So, but the point is, so stay strong, Medieval Times.
It shouldn't
workers.
be that hard to do the right thing.
No, it should not be that hard to do the right thing.
In
it really
corporate America,
shouldn't. Yeah.
you bet it is.
Yeah, when
Oh,
you're
I
dealing
know-
with-
Because these
yeah.
people are scumbags.
Oh, I know. Hey, listen, we preach fuck the suits on this show.
Yeah.
But like it is truly ridiculous that like in the beginning of the writer's strike and even the SAG strike, they were like, yo, we'll starve them out. Like, are you kidding me? These people have made billions of dollars for you, and you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
treat them like that?
Oh yeah.
Like,
While you
gonna wait-
sit on your
We're going to
fuck-
wait for them to lose their
Yeah.
homes. We're going to wait for them to go
No,
bankrupt.
While you sit
and-
on your
yeah.
fucking Scrooge McDuck pile of money. What a fucking bunch
Yeah.
of
what a bunch of
fucking
bullshit.
suit
Mhm.
fucking fucks.
Mhm.
Fuckers.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I
Suit
hope
fucking fuck fuckers. I like that. I want that on a t-shirt.
I want that on a bumper
Engelbert,
sticker.
you heard it.
That's right.
Suit
No, it
fucking
was-
fuck fuckers.
So thank you to everybody who is taking the time and has the courage to stand up and stay strong. We can see because WGA did it.
Change is happening.
It works,
Yeah.
right? I mean, if you stick together and you keep going, you stay strong. It works. And thank you to everybody who contributed to any of the relief funds that was set up for striking workers to help keep food on the table and lights on while they were standing on the picket line. And that was much appreciated. There's I think SAG-AFTRA's got a bunch of ways listed on their site that you can help people, but a lot of these organizations do. I just saw somebody, I wish I could remember, they've just launched basically a whole not-for-profit that the whole focus and mission of the not-for-profit is to provide relief to striking workers. So
Yeah.
it's like
Because
people.
that's the thing. It's like unless you're a scab, which you're not going to be, especially if you work in any of these industries, because you'll be blacklisted like that.
Right.
Is unfortunately you're not working. Like
Right.
there's no promotion,
Right.
there's no premieres. There's like that's why a lot of like the movies that are coming out right now, zero actor promotion. Like you only see like producers and directors talking about the movie, and to most people, they kind of don't care about them. They kind of care about like what their favorite lead actor has to say, and I hope that it does get sorted soon, because I also don't want that to negatively affect certain movies. But I first and foremost want a fair deal for all these people. Like it's way more important than people realize. Like these people, like all entertainment workers in some capacity, bring people joy, and I think that because of that, like we need to look at the arts through like the compassionate lens. Like, yeah, these people have brought like millions, billions of hours of entertainment and joy to our doorstep, and for you to question hey, they should, whether or not they should be able to make an honest living is kind of gross.
It's
Listen.
disgusting, and people should know that. AI. Let's bring in AI because that's a fucking fun
Great
thing to
idea.
do. Yeah, that's.
I think
so
one
stupid.
of the concessions that the studios had to make was that they would not use AI to write.
Right.
That has been pulled off.
That's
the
the
table.
big. That was
That was
huge
a big thing.
Because the problem was they were going to start generating film ideas from whatever chappy bullshit whatever they come up with, but then it would become a situation of like, okay, well, here's the bullshit idea, now you go and write it, but we're going to pay you less because the computer came up with it.
Right.
No. First off, no, we're not going to make any film ideas generated from a fucking computer. Art comes from the soul. Computers do not have that. No. So I'm glad. Like at the end of the day, like I'm glad that these suits caved, but still, fuck them.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It shouldn't have had to get to this point.
Well, I mean, if people like to go around and talk about, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the American way. Well, guess what? The food on your table most likely was picked by somebody who's underpaid and grossly overworked, working in horrible conditions. The people that make the movies and the film and the TV shows and the plays and write the books that keep you entertained and feed your soul. Now, thanks to the WGA, a little less, of that is they're taking advantage of. Auto workers, other tradespeople who build your houses and make your cars and provide you the electricity and all the other conveniences and plumbing. It's like all these. These are the foundational. This is the important work that's going on. These are the people that need to be protected, promoted, and spam risk. Yeah,
Thanks for turning off your ringer.
They're like, sorry.
Somebody out there's like, hey, call Julia Zapsik.
Together,
Holy shit, is she going on a soapbox?
My cell phone probably is underpaid, overworked in some sweatshop factory. Overseas.
Here's the thing, Silver Knight Kyle. You made joke about that because it's true. There is adult entertainment, but like, believe it or not, there's unions in that too, man. There's rules that those guys got to follow. So like, yeah, they'll bring you joy, maybe a different kind of joy.
That creepy kind of fucking joy.
Don't you have to pay a lot for that though? Yeah.
I mean, hey, it depends on how you consume it, but like, fucking.
No, that's like like the West Wing. One of the things was, isn't freedom? There was he was a reverend. He said, Mr. President, you can go on any street corner and buy pornography for $5. Isn't the price of freedom, too high for that? And he's like, no, but I don't think that $5 for pornography is, a good investment. He's like, no. Fuck off. So.
Oh, I know the episode you're talking about in West Wing. That was great.
He like slapped this guy down.
It was Bartlett going up against the fundamentalists. Yeah, it was a pretty wonderful thing to see.
Yes.
What
you're
about
absolutely right about unions. We here at Jay and Silent Bob, we're not union busters. I think you said it great.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, listen, I have to say, I was I became enamored of the history and the impact of unions when I was working at an educational institution for higher education. And I got a firsthand view of how difficult it is to unionize and what the odds are stacked against workers who want to form a union. What?
Comics.
Well, I know we're getting back to comics, but we're having a good time.
Okay.
No? Okay. We're running out of time?
Yeah, we're
7:20?
We're 43 minutes in.
Damn, already?
Yeah. When we talk,
you kind of went on a rant.
We talk a lot.
We went on a rant. So I'm just saying.
I love you.
I
love you, honey. You went. That was a great rant.
Just please,
I'm scared now. She's right all the time, and don't ever fucking say she's not.
Those people who hold the history and the soul of union organization in your hands, don't fucking become a suit yourself. Just don't do it.
You're a suit.
Don't fall for the trap that Nietzsche warned us about. You look too long into the abyss, you become the abyss. Just stay pure, as pure as you can. All right? That's all I'm going to say.
Except for
I promise that
except for Kyle.
Yeah.
Perv.
I promise that if I do become a suit, I won't cave to the dark side.
Thank you, Christian.
I would gladly
We'll be
leave.
here to keep you.
Keep me alive. I think that'd be the funniest thing in the world if I became a suit. Like if I worked for fucking Warner Brothers and I made a stupid decision and I heard about myself on the Fuck the Suit segment.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
You blew us off, and we got some.
Oh no,
some young kid coming in here.
No, yeah, Jack takes over.
Yes, Christopher, it is that time.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna zip it, and
you guys know what time it is. Mike, what you got?
I got nothing.
Oh shit!
I
Okay.
got nothing.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Have a good night. No, we got our top 5.
Ah.
So, hey, here we're gonna do the Enfield, the Enfield Gang Massacre, number 3. This is so cool. It's about lawlessness and lawfulness in the Old West, and you have to read this. It's called That Texas Blood. That's the imprint. It's from Image Comics, and this is such a joy to read, folks.
Ooh.
I've been on kind of I was watching Yellowstone. I like Yellowstone. Yellowstone's all right. And
Yellowstone's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I've been on kind of a Western / Star Trek kick. It's really weird, but follow me here for a minute, folks. Star Trek was Wagon Train to the Stars. Back in the day, that's what it was described as. That's what Gene Roddenberry actually pitched it as to NBC.
Holy
Wagon
shit.
Train to the Stars. So they're going across. They're going through the Donner Pass. So they're on the Oregon Trail.
Now that's
through Klingon country.
That's a very particular Star Trek movie.
Yeah, there you
Holy
go.
crap!
Yeah, that was one that that's the Quentin Tarantino one. So that would be awesome.
I'd watch the fuck out of that. Oh man!
But that's essentially what it is. And we just finished, and I'm so proud of us for doing this, and I'm so proud of you for hanging in there. We watched Star Trek Enterprise.
oh yes, it's true.
All 4 seasons, and I don't know why it gets the shit that it gets. It was for a UPN TV show. It was fucking awesome.
It was the only Trek we had for a little while.
Yes, very much
Yeah.
so. And it brought together. We had they couldn't use T'Pau. T'Pau was the Klingon character
Vulcan.
in there. Yeah, I'm sorry, not Klingon. You're right. The Vulcan character in there, T'Pau, and they couldn't use her as T'Pau, who was the biggin. She was the one who
she was whatever the high priestess is.
Yeah, she was
or
a high
the
priestess of
equivalent in
Vulcan.
Vulcan culture.
Ooh.
but
Yeah.
they couldn't use that, so they made T'Pau, and she was Jolene Blaylock was amazing. She was great. The entire cast. There wasn't really a stinker.
No, I mean it was definitely a UPN series.
Yeah.
I mean they kept it. You know, they had like
It was low budget.
they had their 6 actors that did everything from fix the toilet to captain the Enterprise, and they went on every away mission. But I thought that it had a lot of heart, and it's too bad that they didn't give it the full 7 seasons that it was supposed to get, because I think it would have. I think it would have proven itself over
in
time.
the age of the fact that we got a
Yeah.
Picard show,
Mhm.
I wouldn't I wouldn't doubt we would possibly see a continuation in the card at some point, like a legacy continuation.
However, we got a crossover with Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, and Lower Decks, which was badass as hell.
Oh my God, that's
And it
right.
was one of 3 time travel stories that Julia didn't hate. So,
Top 5.
all right, sorry, here we go.
Mm.
So that's that. It was awesome. This X-Men 27. This
Ooh.
is the special George Perez cover.
That's what's up.
All right, here you go. Orcus is a
You keep going. I'm just
okay.
looking.
Orcus is a human. They hate mutants, so they're an organization that are trying to destroy mutant kind, and they're pretty much succeeding right now. This
This is a common thing
Just-
with the
yeah.
X-Men. Like, why? They just leave them alone. They're just trying to live.
I don't know. Yeah, they're trying to live, but they don't like people who can nuke them out of orbit.
You know, I don't like that either. But
Oh my God, she's been all right. Fine, whatever. So yeah, and now the tide may be turning. Batman 138.
ooh.
Batman.
Oh, so
It's Batman.
Just by judging that cover.
It is. You have a throwdown between Batman and Dick Grayson, Nightwing.
Oh crap!
Um,
I'd like to know.
Talk about that.
honey, you can't do that. That's not fun. All right. Good. Then I'm going to set fire to this tablecloth when you're on another rant. So
I think that'd be interesting. At least to say.
it would be Batman versus Nightwing, and this is part of the Gotham War, where Selena Kyle just wants to take the violence and the insanity out of Gotham City
Completely.
Yeah, and just make it the only people that are up for grabs are billionaires, which
wait, people that are up for grabs.
That crime can happen to.
So exclusively only the bad people can have. I like that. Yeah, I also just love the title of Batman versus Nightwing.
Yeah,
there's a heavy connotation there. That would make an excellent motion picture.
That would be fantastic. So much more than Batman v Superman. Batman versus Nightwing.
Who because are you telling?
You're telling me. So this is pretty badass, and you get to see a lot of this. All right, here we go. Marvel Gods.
Ooh.
This was
this the comic line where Strange came back from the dead?
Yes and no. Strange is back from the dead. He's been back for about 6 months, but this does showcase him. And it's
Who's
got
the artist on this?
This is Valerio Schida.
I'm liking the art.
Schidi and Marte Grazia. And it's by Jonathan Hickman. And it's very cool. You've got a bunch of magic users who convene, and they're from the multiverse. And
from all over the multiverse,
like all over the multiverse. Yeah. Like you've got all these different people in there, like Doom,
the Library of Worlds. I like that.
So, and you've got all these people who are, and this is typical for like a company-wide crossover where they don't show you who the major players are just yet.
Yeah, because you want to give them.
They want to give you background.
Yeah, so they want you to keep coming back to buy the comic.
It's the volley for serve. So this is Strange and a couple of new players on the field.
Dante Hicks wants to know. So the Magic Illuminati.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll work.
Simplified.
Oh my gosh, that. Count Dante.
And
Speaking of Dante.
From Scout Comics #3 of Count Dante, the unauthorized but sort of true story of the deadliest man who ever lived. I don't know if anybody. I had focused on #1. A couple months passed because it took them forever to get like the second and third one out.
Hey, they're not one of the bigger comic book companies, so I give them a pass.
You're gonna oh. That's nice of you.
Oh, yeah. I'm learning compassion, Mike.
That's good, man. So back in the 1970s, they had all these really cool little ads in here. Not like for movies or anything, although that was like on the back cover. But they had ads for like Evel Knievel, action figures. Yeah.
They catered to their audience.
Well, that was supposed to be like the
Equalizer.
Well, no, this was supposed to be the whatever the comic book that made a man out of Mac or something.
Oh,
and the Charles Atlas thing. But this is for a lead pipe. Count Dante was a dude from Chicago. He's an Irish boy, but he called himself Count Dante because he was in the Vietnam War. When he was over in Vietnam, he learned martial arts and got pretty good at it. And he had this little booklet that said, Count Dante's, I can teach you to become one of the world's deadliest fighters.
Ooh.
That was the come on. And I'm like, oh man. And I asked my mom, can I, here's 50 cents. I saved it up. Can I have a self-addressed stamped envelope?
You stole it from her purse.
I did, of course. Okay. When I saved it up, I stole it.
Statute of limitations is over, Zap.
Seriously.
It's all good.
My mother's like looking down from heaven or up from hell. I'm not sure which, but she's like, I'm going to fucking get you one of these days. You're coming here.
She's just like, wait till you get up here.
Yeah, seriously. I've got a change purse I'm going to jam it right upside your head. So she wouldn't give me the self-addressed stamped envelope and let me tape the quarters in and get Dante's thing. But he actually did make a little pamphlet. From what I understand, I've never seen it.
Okay.
I want to see it. So
Count Dante.
It's Count Dante.
Okay.
I like that.
And this is about him. And he was out in Chicago. And this is after Bruce Lee passed away. So there was like a vacuum, and there was still a desire for like martial arts stuff. And that's where Chuck Norris stepped in and did a bunch of stuff. And you had Bruce Lai and L.I.
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of other guys who were just dicking around with martial arts movies. But Count Dante,
That's awesome.
he was like, for a year, it was like, I want to get his stuff. And then he just disappeared.
All available at your
Tell
local comic book shop.
And this is, all of these are available at your local comic shop. This is number 3 of, I believe it's 5. The unauthorized but sort of true story of the deadliest man who ever lived. God damn, it's great.
I know you said that that's available at your local comic book store, but did you guys know that you can also make Jane Silent Bob your local comic book store?
Can you now?
He's stealing my line.
That's actually pretty good.
It is. Thank you to everybody, by the way, who's already signed up. We just sent out a bunch more comics at the end of last month. We're still pulling for people this month. Just to hit us up online, go to thesecretstashonline.com and hit our reservist tab. All the information for how to sign up, how to contact us is on there.
We can start you tomorrow.
Yes, we can. We can get you up and running in as little as 15 minutes and start pulling your list.
Comics next week.
Absolutely. And you get 15% discount on all your new books, plus your trade paperbacks and your omnibuses, right?
And now
we'll
apparently for a little extra charge, you can get them paperback.
Exactly.
Well, you can get them
bagged and boarded. Bagged and boarded.
Yep. Yeah, bagged and boarded. And
trade paperback. Like what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to go downstairs and put it on our fucking printing press.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Binding. That's what I'm.
Because we make the comics in the basement, guys.
We have Secret Stash Press comics. We don't print them in the basement, but we do have Secret Stash Press. But by the way, the backstory, the origin story of movies is debuting on November the 22nd.
I can't wait for that.
So anybody
book.
who has subscribed to Quick Stops will get all 4 issues of that. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe, or you can just order them from us. You can just become a reservist, and we'll ship them to you. Reservists also get special discounts on other things throughout the year. And please definitely hit us up. We're having a great time with the program.
True. Next month, we're going to be doing something pretty cool.
Actually, we are. We're going to be giving away free comics to people. Castle Grayskull. I just have to say, I'm infatuated with this now, and I just have to say it's only $125. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, but that was a lot back in the day, so that doesn't count.
No, that's a reissue.
That's a reissue.
Yeah, and it came from Kevin Smith. Came from his house.
I don't even front. The longer I was looking at it, the more I kind of wanted it, and I don't. Well, that's a bold-faced lie. I have some Ghostbusters stuff I still actively mess with.
Do you want to go get that thing we're going to give away? And I'm going to tell people about it.
What are we going to give away?
That piece of crap that I bought from what's the turd from season 2. It's on the desk.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That it says deep. It's that envelope.
Okay.
Top secret.
Yes.
Eyes only.
I love that I know, but also don't know. Y'all have your secret language that I adore.
Thank you.
This is great.
Okay, so this is what we're giving away today.
Ooh.
This is top secret. This is one of the world's worst comic books that I've ever fucking read. Oh my god!
Listen, by Odin's Fade, it can't be that fucking bad.
Do you want to try to read this?
Sure, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Why are you?
Go ahead. Try to fucking.
I thought we were past that.
We are never.
Can you read any of that fucking shit? You want to borrow my glasses?
Badly written, badly illustrated.
This is badly written, badly illustrated. So anyway,
so now that you've made everybody really want this.
No, you should want
terrible.
This was
comic.
awful because this was season 2 of Comic Book Men. We got an entirely new production team, and they sucked so badly.
They were terrible.
But this one guy went to, I think it was Upstairs Comic Book College, and I have no fucking clue what it was. It was like this not even accredited fucking place that this was his.
They didn't even get the hat at graduation.
No, no, they did. You got, it was a Gilligan's hat with like fucking hooks and shit in it. But this was his term paper. And, he said, I wrote a comic book, and I'm like, oh, congratulations. That's great. And he's like, you want to read it? And I'm like, sure. He's like, I can bring it in tomorrow. So he brought it in. He's like, that'll be $5. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, so I got fucking conned out of this for $5. And I tried to read it, and it sucks. But it can be yours. You can try to read
Don't
this.
all raise your hand.
No,
at
seriously.
once,
Oh, are you
everybody.
kidding? Mark Lamb wants it, so there you go. Let's see who's that.
Give him a trivia fact. First
All
one.
right, first one to answer this one. There you go. All in 4 colors for a dime. 4 colors. The 4 colors of comic book world. Type them in. Type me the original 4 colors that were used in printing process for comics. That they had different gradients and they changed the colors up. They mixed them and.
Which is why we call it the 4 colors.
Yeah, but they started out with 4 colors. What were the 4 colors?
What the absolute hell?
Yeah, awful, right?
It's not just bad. It's like it's uncomfortable.
Confusing.
Like, yeah, it's confusing.
It's evil.
So, any of these answers so far?
Hold on. Dante Hicks got it.
Dante Hicks.
Dante Hicks.
The horrible,
really
horrible
shitty
comic is yours.
buddy.
Bam, 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 bam. Cue the kazoos.
Please send us a message at thecrewaskew@gmail.com with
We'll
your
get this
mailing
out
address,
tomorrow.
And we'll be happy to put
That's
it in the mail
right,
to you
Dante
tomorrow.
Hicks. You're going to have this
lucky
piece
son
of shit.
Yes.
And also, if you want.
Dante's already trying to pass
Okay.
it off. He's like, give it to Mark.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
Dante, you're a horrible
Damn.
human being, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
I
my
wouldn't
God.
wish that on my worst enemy.
However, before we wrap, I just have to say this. Go watch Blue Beetle.
Yes, Blue Beetle.
Which we will talk about next
We
week. 'cause
were
I
going to
want
talk about it this week, but
Yes, go watch Blue Beetle so
Union.
that you can
Union.
come back
Union.
next week and we can talk about Blue Beetle, which I really want to do.
Union.
He Googled.
Is he
His
like,
Google
no?
is faster than mine. And he smiled. That's a declaration of cheating.
Dante, do you not want this?
Because
Answer us.
we will send it to Mark.
Or
Yeah.
we'll give it to
Or we'll send it to your worst enemy
or
for
Kyle.
for $20.99.
Did Kyle also come up with the right answer just a little bit later?
Oh no, he just
No, he
knows.
said I'll take it if they sign it. We can sign this for you too,
Absolutely.
Dante.
Yeah.
Give Mark to Mike. Give Mark to Mike. Well, I'm not giving. I'm not
No.
accepting any human being. Sorry, buddy. Not gonna
I
happen.
already did that twice. You're good.
Yes. So we'll sign it. We'll send it to Mark then.
We will.
Signed, sealed,
And we'll be back next
delivered.
week.
Sorry,
We think-
Dante.
we think-
I thought
we
I wanted
think.
to do something nice for you, but
We
all
think
right.
we'll be back next week, right? There's no reason why we
Next
can't be
week.
back.
Yeah, and we might be talking to some people next week. We might be doing some awesome stuff.
Some interviewage.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Very
Well,
nice.
we'll find out, guys. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I hope you all have a great evening. Have a good night.
Peace.
Stay wonderful.
And good health.
Adios.
On this front.
Hey kids, we're live at the secret stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian.
Oh,
It's
and
the hell of a
unionize,
bash.
kids.
Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat, and we're gonna smash. Come on in, and I can assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs, cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bring in all the big guns when we coming through.